Hi, Schlockmeister fans. Got a film from 2001 today. A horror movie filmed in Wisconsin called Vengeance of the Dead. Let's watch. Our film takes place in the small town of Harvest. You got a guy named Eric who's going to visit his grandpa. First time he's been there in many years.
Just the season. When the heck was the last time you were up for a visit? It was... I'm not sure. That was for your grandma's funeral, wasn't it? Yeah, I guess. You gotta come see this.
Eric finds this old spoon. I think it says 1933 on it. What does it mean? Who knows? Kind of a creepy scene here. While Eric is sleeping, he wakes up to this. He sees that spoon again and it started to shimmer. What is it? Yes, there is. No, there isn't. There's not a ghost. There's two ghosts. And we're privy to some sort of flashback here. I think we see that woman and that girl. Now apparently Eric is sleepwalking. And he comes across the grave of this Emmett Gibson. Apparently Emmett Gibson was one of the guys involved in whatever flashback we just saw. He was one of the bad guys coming up the stairs. So naturally, while he's sleepwalking, he decides to dig up the grave. There's old Emmett. And then Eric burns up the grave. He sees that girl again.
I'm Eric.
I know.
We get a flashback again to whatever happened in, decades earlier. Remember those people coming up the stairs? Here they are. Eric is sleepwalking again. This time he grabbed another gas can. We're led to believe that these people that he's attacking, or in the first case, a grave, are the people that did that attack years ago. His next victim is this guy named Bill, who's a bus driver. Apparently he also lives on his bus. Apparently he's not going to jump out the back, he's just going to sit there and burn. Eric gets the paper the next day. News of Bill being burned.
Kid, most likely, dug up a grave last night, opened the coffin and burned the body. Isn't it a beautiful day?
Now he's dreaming again, and he's back in time with that woman. Not the girl, the woman.
What the hell am I wearing? Sex language.
And for reasons I don't really know, he decides to attack that woman. We see a little bit of a flashback again of whatever happened in that house. And Eric once again wakes up from a dream.
Rode a long way to get here.
Here's a girl visiting her grandpa up from Chicago.
Well, I guess I'll take my shower now. Do you want to get in here first?
No, you go ahead.
Was he leering at his
Grandpa.
granddaughter? Why, yes, he was. This is Grandpa in the basement, spying on his granddaughter in the bathroom about to take a shower. Yeah, Grandpa's a perv.
Are you watching? I like it.
as Grandpa's lusting after his granddaughter, Eric comes and burns him up. I'm not really sure what this dream sequence means here. It's that woman again. Now she's like being dragged down to her grave. I don't get it. But he almost gets hit by a train while he's thinking about it. More of the house flashback. This time we get to see what happens to Dad. Pretty gruesome, too. Anyway.
Oh, darn it. Eric, I got myself stuck up here.
It's Halloween. And once all the kids have gone, trick-or-treating is done, Grandpa finds himself stuck. He hung himself as a scarecrow to scare the people.
Money.
Instead, Eric gets the gas pump, because there is one on the property, and douses his own grandfather, and sends Grandpa up in flames. Eric goes back to his bedroom, leaves the mask on. You see the ghost image in the mirror. And that's how our movie ends. Alright, let's talk about this movie, Vengeance of the Dead. This was made by two guys named Don Adams and Harry James Picardi. I'm familiar with them because I reviewed a movie a few weeks back, maybe a month back, called Red Eyes, which was filmed in Wisconsin, and it's not even on IMDb. It's a very rare thing. There's very rare little stuff about it written online, but I saw an interview with them, or I saw something that said there was actually a making of Red Eyes available on the DVD for Vengeance of the Dead. So I was so intrigued by that, I had to pick up Vengeance of the Dead. Very disappointed to find out that there's no freaking making of Red Eyes on here, so I got Vengeance of the Dead for no reason other. So anyway, but I watched it because I now have it. So the film was filmed in 2001, I believe, when it came out. Also filmed here in Wisconsin in the Wyowiga area. And it's about a guy, Eric, who's coming to visit his grandpa. Lives in a rural area. I don't know if it's a farm or not, but it's out there somewhere. And he starts having these weird dreams. Or maybe they're nightmares, I don't know. But he sees this little girl swinging on a swing in his room, and then there's a mother involved. And then he starts seeing these flashbacks to something that may have happened like in 1940 or something years ago. And there was like a break-in at this house. People were killed with shotguns. The mother was there. The daughter was there. Never actually saw whether or not the daughter got killed. Actually, we never even saw if the mother got killed, but I guess presumably they did. We saw that Daddy got killed. He got his head basically blown off from a shotgun. So anyway, Eric has these dreams and sees these things that happened in the past, and then he starts sleepwalking. And in his sleepwalking state, he goes after the people who had done this dastardly deed years earlier. I'm surprised they were still alive, but apparently they were. One of them was dead, but he went and desecrated the guy's grave, dug him up, and then burned his grave while he was in the coffin there, or burned his body. Then he went after a couple people who were still alive, including this bus driver named Bill. And then the very last scene in the movie, near the end, he's actually burns his grandfather alive. His grandfather was pretending to be a scarecrow up on this cross-like thing to scare trick-or-treaters at Halloween, and instead of helping him down, he burned him alive. Was Grandpa involved in that crime years ago too? I don't know. I thought there was only 2 bad guys, but maybe there was 3. I don't know. This film's a little disjointed. Violence, we have a few people burned to death. That's about it. We have 1 nude scene, or maybe it's 2 if you include it's kind of extended. One of the perviest scenes ever. There is a grandfather spying on his granddaughter while she takes a shower, and then while she's taking the shower and he's spying him, he's like in this fantasy land, and the woman's like, "Grandpa, you want me to dance for you? You like to watch, don't you?" Really, what the hell was that all about? Creepy stuff and just perverted beyond belief. Interestingly, if you look on IMDb, the woman who plays the girl who's in the shower, her character name is Wet Dream Girl, and she's played by an actress named Dallas. Just Dallas. My guess is that Dallas was a stripper in the Wyowiga area didn't want her name used, and so she went by Dallas. Just a guess. I don't know what else to tell you about this film. It's just an odd film. It's very short. It's 72 minutes long. It goes around pretty quickly, though. It's okay for what it is. It kind of reminded me a little bit of movies I used to rent in the late 80s and stuff that were pretty much garbage, but they were okay and kind of fun to watch a little bit. But anyway, I don't know exactly what was going on in this movie, but at the end of the movie, Eric killed himself and burned himself alive after he killed his own grandfather. Whatever. Anyway, it's called Vengeance of the Dead. I'm curious if anybody else has seen this thing besides me. Let me know. Leave some comments down below. We'll talk about it. Vengeance of the Dead. Watch it. Bye.